I'm going to do it again, but I'm going to go up even higher. This science demonstration is called ski jump. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about this, talk about the materials that you need. I'm going to run some little jumpers on this ski jump, and then at the end let's talk about the science behind this. What can we learn, what can we gain from this demonstration? So the first thing that we need is we need a ski jump, and this ski jump is actually a pool noodle. So it's a pool noodle that I bought, and then I just simply sliced it in half. I used a utility knife. If you don't have that, you could just use a steak knife or something like that. Cutting straight down through gives us two halves, so we've got two different ski jumps if we want. For right now, I'm only going to just work with one of them. So we've got our ski jump. We need to have jumpers. So our jumpers are going to be marbles. We've also got some bouncy balls here that we can use, and I've also got a large steel shot to send down, so that would be he'll be our heavy jumper. So we're gonna work with this. I've also got duct tape. If you are doing this by yourself, or if you're gonna have students doing this by themselves, you can take duct tape, roll it back on itself, attach it right here, and then put things underneath, wedge them right here. It makes it easier to do. I'm gonna try to do this without even putting any duct tape on there, but that is something that helps hold things in place, makes it a little bit easier. Okay, so those are the materials that you need to run this. And what can we relate this to? We can relate this to the Olympics. So they've got ski jumpers there. They're skiers that go down a hill. There's a big hill and then there's a ramp. And then what happens is they launch off of that ramp and they're in the air for quite a while. So we're going to try to get our little marbles to be in the air for a while. We'll see how far. We'll see how far we can get them to go. So if you're doing this and you're doing this on the floor, you're going to have marbles going all over the place, launching off. So you really need something to stop them. Otherwise, things are going to be spread all over the place. I'm going to take my bridge right here, tip it sideways, and that's what's going to hopefully slow things down for us. As I do this, we'll still probably have some marbles falling off, hitting the floor, but that's fine. Okay, so now we've got the setup. Let's go ahead and see how this works. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my ski jump. I've got this stool here. I'm going to turn this so that we've got a little bit of a ramp, so it's pointing up in the air. And I'm going to take a marble here and I'm going to drop it down. So I'm going to set it right here and see how it does. And it launched off and it hit the bridge. So we had a pretty good launch there. I'm going to do it again, but I'm going to go up even higher. Okay, and I actually went over the bridge there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to try to take this down more and go for more height, so it probably won't go as far sideways. Let's see what this jump here looks like. Okay, so we got more height on that one. And we can experiment, we can try different things. What happens if we only put it at this level right here? Obviously, putting it right here, it doesn't go anywhere near as far or as high. If we take a marble, which is this one rolling here, and we set it right at the very top up here, we're going to get a really good jump like we did right there, and then it bounces over the bridge that I used to get that. So let's try some of these things. So here's a bouncy ball, and I send this guy on there. We've got a little, he went a little bit. Let's try the big heavy steel sphere. Okay, and he obviously made a lot of noise. Did a pretty good job there. Now the rubber bouncy balls like this right here, there's more friction as those roll down. So typically what happens is they don't go as far, they don't go as high. Alright, so ski jump right here, run it as a demonstration, you could run it as a challenge, you could take the other track, have someone else setting up another track with a different angle at the end, which one goes further, which one goes higher, lots of fun stuff that you could do here. What's the science behind this? Well, I just mentioned to you a second ago friction. We could experiment, we could test out different jumpers and see which one has more friction as it's coming down. Friction's going to slow it down, which is going to give it, a weaker jump, both height and length. We could also experiment with going with different heights. Now, giving it different heights is going to be giving it different potential energies, gravitational potential energy. The higher we go, the more potential there is for it to gain speed. So that potential energy from up here, as I release it up here, that potential, it starts dropping, and we're converting that into kinetic energy, which is energy of motion. And ultimately, we want to have the most motion possible at the end. So that's key right there, is getting as high as we can to let it go so that by the bottom it's going as fast as it can. And then from there, we're just experimenting with different angles. So what is the best angle? You know, 10 degrees, 45 degrees, 70 degrees, and that's something that we can experiment with. If you're looking for the farthest launch possible, you're probably going to want to be somewhere around 45 degrees, maybe just a tiny bit under that. So ski jump, fun demonstration, have fun.